Players coming back on the field now for the second half of this Super Nations Cup final for 2012. The Argentine team in a pretty comfortable position, I would say. Certainly not certain, but they're leading USA by 6-3, and they're back on the field having a bit of a hit up now. I would think probably the USA have been sitting with their coaches and managers during the halftime break and trying to see if they can find a way to counter this strong attack. It's mostly being set up by Ambrosio and Araja in the centre, the 3 and the 2, which is leaving Bernardes a little bit of room to roam free up the front. And because Laplacette just staying back and playing defensively, not coming into the game too much. That's typical of the Argentine player. They try and trap the ball in the centre and then bring it up the field as quickly as they can. The Americans relying very much on the experience of Mike Azzaro to read the play and put himself in a position to get possession of the ball and drive it up the field. He and Jeff Hall have a very good combination going. Chris Campson's doing a good job, as is Mason up the front, but they're not seeing a lot of clean ball up the front. Whereas Azzaro and Sonardes are getting a few more breaks. So, and then the penalty shots too have just been a bit of a disappointment for the USA, I guess. They've missed about 4 or 5. So then that probably makes that difference of 6-3 all about penalties. And there've been quite a number of them in the game. It's so very tight that it's very easy for players to come across. So play will commence where the ball went over the line to finish the third chukker, and it's brought in by Raul Laplacette, and Mason Rowe goes back to work him hard. Laplacette lets the ball go up towards the boards. I think it's gone over, so we'll see a throw in, but that's got Argentina out of that defensive area and brought them up nearly to the halfway line. Mike Azzaro with the ball off the line out. And it's trapped now by Marcus Araja. Araja just looking for the ball under his pony's tail, can't find it. The umpires have blown the whistle because he turned when looking for the ball. So that's close to the halfway line. Be interested to see how far they go with this one. So it's going down to the 60. Argentina will get a free hit from the 60-yard line. Those sort of, what they're saying is that if Araja had been allowed to take possession of that ball, he could have hit it at least down this far. So Argentina will get the next hit down in the attack zone. And so because it is a penalty, they'll give them a free hit into the attack zone. And from 60, of course, it's quite possible to score a goal. So, Raul Laplacette racing the ball just on a good hitting spot. And he'll go back and take this hit for Argentina. They're leading by 6-3. USA wouldn't like to see this. So in comes Raul Laplacette. And well, he walks in eventually. The pony just propping on him. That's a fantastic shot from a 60, but it's not straight enough. So the horse just propped on him a little. He had to walk in and take it from a standstill, and then it's hard to be accurate. So there's a big let off for the USA. So they can get back into this game now. Mike Azzaro. They've managed to hold Argentina scoreless for about 8 minutes now. And Mike Azzaro just has trouble getting his stick in the right place, but the whistle blows again. As I said, where there's not clean hits, the ball gets caught up and players think, oh, I must go in there and get that, but if they come in at an angle, anything that could be intimidating, push another horse off the line or potentially a collision, then that's a penalty shot. So La Placette gets another shot at the ball. It's a hit on the spot, penalty 5. Mike Azzaro just makes some adjustments there, but he's okay now. So La Placette will take this one. Now this is a lot further than his last hit. This is probably 100 yards out. So he will look to see if he can get it lofted and straight this time, I would think. Yes, he does. He gets it lofted, but it's not straight. Well, it's straight out to the right, but it's not straight at the goal. So another let off for the USA, and there 2 penalties missed by Argentina, so might be one of those days. Starting to catch up with the USA in that part of the game. So Mike Azzaro, very clever stick man, brings the ball up now. He's got rid of 2 of the defenders, pushed them out of the game up the front and unloads, and he's looking for Chris Campson, and Chris Campson's there, takes it on the near side, hard ridden by Marcus Araja, but Campson can't come down for the backhand there, turned around by La Placette. La Placette's shot is going to be picked up by Ambrosio. Ambrosio's shot doesn't get all that distance, and Araja comes in. Jeff Hall's there now for the USA. Jeff Hall chops the ball forward, bounces awkwardly, keeps it on a string. Now he's taken out of the play there by Sonades, and it's taken into centre field by Chris Campson. Campson appealing, umpires don't want to know about it, so Campson says, oh, I'm going to hit the goal, and he tries to dribble it in. In comes Mike Azzaro. Finally, there's a whistle. So not a lot of clean hitting here. These players are closely marking. It's very, very tight in the centre, and we're getting a lot of whistle. These players know that there's so much experience with Mike Azzaro and Juan Ambrosio on the field that if you allow anybody to get away with the ball, it's almost certainly going to be a massive loss of territory, if not a goal. So, but if you give away a penalty in front of goal, then that's not extremely wise either. So Mike Azzaro comes in. This is a hit on the spot, so he can dribble the ball. He doesn't have to hit it hard at the goal, and he takes it to action. It's Jeff Hall who took it eventually. Jeffrey Hall puts the ball through to bring it back to 2 goals. The difference now 6 goals to 4, and that will put USA right back in this game. They know that with over 4 minutes left in this chukker and another 2 to go, that making up 2 goals really isn't a massive challenge at all, providing they can keep Argentina away from scoring, and they've managed to do that now for over a chukker and a half. So now Ambrosio has the ball, leaves it there for La Placette. La Placette drives it down over the 60-yard line. Ambrosio's read that beautifully. He's out there on the stick side, goes for it, doesn't get it. Picked up by Chris Campson, and Campson's shot takes it up. Ooh, doesn't quite get to Mason Rowe, but then turning in there is Marcos Araja, and he has to play a close near side backhand shot, which takes it out to the boards and away from the goal mouth. So Ambrosio bringing the ball forward. Juan Ambrosio trying to push. In comes Campson. Campson takes a backhand, turned around eventually again by Mike Azzaro, but the whistle blows. So as I said, it's just this ball's hardly getting clear anywhere, and players are having to come back into the ruck. And of course, when you do that, you're usually coming in from an angle. You see the ball sitting there, you think, I can hit that. Maybe you can, but maybe you don't have the right to. And that's what they've said about the United States this time, because an open goal penalty will go to Argentina. So a chance for them to push their lead back to 3. So very, very tight follow. Neither team's able to score, to get a lot of scoring opportunities off the field, so they're having to try and win it on penalties. And Marcos Araja coming in now. The pony just pulls out of the can and trots up to the ball. So I think the umpire said you have approached it. Just waiting to see what's happened here. They've called it off, the penalty attempt. Maybe because there's a player off the field. Yes, it is. It's Chris Campson. He's down the bottom end there. So he's just gone off to make some adjustments to gear, so they're entitled to wait until he gets on the field, even though, as I said, it's almost impossible to defend a 30-yard free hit. But if it does happen to hit the post or come into play, he'd like to be there to get back into it, so I'll wait until he's back on board. The Super Nations Cup played between 4 countries from 4 different continents. The Hong Kong, China from Asia, USA from North America, Argentina from South America, and England from Europe. A great job being done by the owners, staff, managers here at the Metropolitan Polo Club, just out of Tianjin in China, where this whole complex has been created in just a few, well, months really. It's less than 2 years since the first game was played here back in 2010. And you can see the massive amount of construction going on around this polo complex. So Marcos Araja comes in to take the free hit. Well, the pony trots, but that's still, he's going to get it through, so no problem there. So the score goes out to 3 goals, the difference again. Argentina 7, USA 4. A little over 3 minutes left in this 4th chukker. 2 chukkers to go after that. So United States, well, they got 1 goal. They would have liked to have been able to pull that lead back to 1 if they could, but not to be, so they started all over again. That's the first goal Argentina have scored in more than 10 minutes of play. So umpires just blow time off to get the line out straight. Araja comes out of the ruck with the ball. Turned around there by Rowe and picked up now by Chris Campson, but he's hooked out of the play. Laplacette turns the ball. Ambrosio just leading out now, looks to see who's coming from behind. Campson's going to come through and take Araja out, so that'll leave Jeff Hall to take Ambrosio. But he's successful in taking him off the shot, but doesn't get a shot at him himself. So back in the defence is Mike Azzaro. Turns it up now for Jeff Hall. Jeff Hall reads Mike Azzaro really well. They know where the ball is going, and in comes Sonades. Sonada's shot is a backhand shot, gets a fair bit of length on it too. Picked up there though by Ambrosio. In comes Marcos Araja, and he's put it wide. So accuracy is a real problem for both these teams. I said that maybe because they're having to rush their shots until there's so much pressure in the defence in this game. And here's Mike Azzaro. Now he gets a clean hit of the ball, no problem. Jeff Hall, no. He's going to have Marcos Araja all over him. There goes Jeff Hall, though, gets the shot, picked up by Azzaro. Azzaro drives into the ground and keeps it rolling forward. Takes it now on the near side. He's getting pumped by Sonades, who takes him off the ball. In comes Ambrosio. Ambrosio leans out a long way and turns it under the pony's neck. Up comes Araja. Backhand shot there by Jeff Hall. Umpire's not happy. That was at speed, so that was a classic example of the angles we were talking about before, where Marcos Araja had hit the ball, and what the player coming to the ball has to think about is whether he's got room to come in on that line without possibly causing a collision. And that's got a lot to do with how fast the player coming up the line is going. In that case, Marcos Araja was pretty much at full gallop. So you need a lot of space before you can go in there and play it. So we'll wait and see. The 2 umpires, of course, may not agree. And the umpire who is judging it from the side may say, no, from where I was, there was enough room. If they don't, they'll call on the referee, the third man, who's up in the stands here. And but it is a free hit to Argentina. They did say that the USA player coming through cut across the line of Marcus Araja. So again, run a play, hit on the spot. Only loss of territory is the length of the penalty, but it allows Argentina to organise their attack. It also allows USA to organise their defence. In some ways, it's an advantage either way. Anyway, Raul Passet plays the ball forward. Just tapping it now. He's waiting to see if Mason Rowe's going to come with him. Mason Rowe gets his pony in the way now. Laprasset gets the next shot at him. Drives it down. And looking for the backhand shot here is Mike Azzaro. His pony kicks the ball forward, so he's, I better take it this way. So he does. Puts it on the near side. Now puts it on the offside. Puts it high in the air. Brings the pony back. Looks to cut the ball around. Bounce it off the boards. Takes it forward again. Just bringing it along the boards now. Great play by the former 10-goaler. Ambrosio comes around. Two very experienced men on the ball now. Up comes Mason Rowe with the ball for the United States. It's backed out there by Araja. He's very, very quick when he gets anywhere near the ball. Sandy Sonades puts it off the boards. Jeff Hall coming through. So is Ambrosio. Ambrosio on the near side. Sonades on the near side. Brings it up back to halfway now. Here's Argentina into the attacking half. And he can't get the bouncing ball, and it bounces over the sideline halfway up his stick. So the whistle's blown, and Chris Campson is wanting to tighten his saddle up a little because it's slipping. He's a very tall man, so his centre of gravity is pretty high, and if he leans out to take a shot and the saddle is not tight, then he'll find himself leaning a lot more than he expected. So he'll get a fresh horse, and I'll just go and check on that gear. Jeff Hall and Mike Azzaro also taking the opportunity to get themselves some extra horse flesh. So this is turning out to be a long chukker. This game now been going for an hour and a half, and we're just 2/3 of the way through it. So 22 seconds left before the first bell rings. Then we may have another 30 seconds of play. So in it goes from umpire Peter Wright. Backed out on the near side, taken on the near side there by Marcus Araja. Backhand by Mason Rowe is now off the boards, picked up by Chris Campion, and in comes Sandy Sonades, and not sure whether we'll see a replay of that, but if you will, you will see that he came in the way of Chris Campson's shot. You can't do that. You can only ride a man off on the other side, or you've got to be already riding with him, and once that happens, he's got to switch his stick to the stick side. So you can't come in and ride him off on his stick side when he's in the process of taking a shot. So United States get a penalty for 60-yard free hit. Mike Azzaro's had one that hit the post, one that just twisted high in the air. So can he bring his record a bit better into line now with 15 seconds left in the chukker? Mike Azzaro will go for this 60 penalty hit from 60 yards to see if he can make the score 7-5. Comes in quietly. Chestnut Pony is giving him a pretty good platform to hit on. Mike Azzaro puts it through, and it's gone wide. Well, no luck for them on the penalties at all, the USA. He hit it well enough, but well, the whistle's gone before the last few seconds have counted down, so This may be another technical. I think one of the Argentinian players has come across the 30-yard line. You can see it's a very prominent line right across the field, 30 yards out from play. And if one of the players comes across that line prior to the ball being hit, then that is also a foul, and a penalty is awarded, a technical. So Mike Azzaro is awarded another hit from 60 yards. And a man with his experience, he'd be saying to himself now, I think I'm going to get one of these soon, because he's known as a very good hitter of penalties. So again, the pony coming in nicely for him. This time he puts it in the air. There goes the disc up. So he has finally got that fifth goal on the board. So we'll go into the fifth chukker with only 2 goals difference in this game. And USA able to get 2 goals back in that chukker. Argentina only the 1. Here he goes now, comes in and takes the shot, and he puts it high in the air, gets a little bit of break on it, and over the line it goes, high in the air between the posts. So Mike Azzaro brings his team right back into this now. USA 5, Argentina 7.